Hey guys, thanks for tuning in, and once again I appreciate you clicking the play button to watch this video. So today I'm talking about intent and focus, and how we do not pretend. How do we make it happen by being real to ourselves and real to our people who are subscribing to our dream. So let's start from the fact that you are a founder, or you are a budding founder, or you're thinking about starting a startup. And what matters most is that idea, the passion that comes with it, right? And you're passionate about your idea. You wake up every morning and you feel like you want to make that difference, right? You have a great concept and you're just thinking about, how do I break it open? Now, remember, there are a lot of things in our life that prevents us from doing or taking action, no matter how passionate we are. And these are consequences of the environment where we are, and the things of the steps that we have taken before. And we cannot blame ourselves for that. For example, you could be in a job and you'll be working a 9 to 5. You wake up in the morning, you take the bus, you take the train, you hit the office, you get down in your cube, and you open your laptop. You're working on your reports, you're working on your program. And at the end of the day, at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, you check out. But there's so many work at home. You have to run errands, take care of the kids. There's so many things that happen that you do not tune in, and your passion kind of drifts along and you just move sideways. But then what matters, what if you figure it out, if you take a step back, you'll notice that what matters here is that intent, right? Now, you're passionate, that's the heart and the soul, right over here. But the intent and the focus comes from the mind, the brain. And depending upon how you tune yourself in, how you prepare your mind, how you target your goal, and how you take your step forward, that's where the mind and the soul connects. And that's where you bring focus to the pursuit, right? And in a busy life like this, there's so many excuses, right? We can find as many excuses as we can, and we can just find ways to talk ourselves way out of it, right? But that's not the pursuit. That's not your dream, right? You want to make something happen. But that often happens because of the consequences again, and the factors that are surrounding you. You do not follow up, right? And you are not always all in. And in anything that you take on, anything that you build, if you're not all in, it's just not going to happen. And sometimes, most of the times, what happens is that there are three kinds of things that play in here. So there is the power of intent, there's the power of focus, and there's the power of passion. When these three things kind of combine together, that's when you have that 5G force to break away through the wall of uncertainty, right? Why do you step back? Why don't you take action? Because you're uncertain. You don't know what level of risk is there. If I go in there, will I succeed? Will the sales work? Will I be able to make money? Will I be able to raise money? Or if anybody will buy my product, is there a market product fit? So these uncertainties kind of prevent us from taking that big dive. There's an interesting person I met on LinkedIn. His name is Brandon Schmelter, and he's a phenomenal urban combat fighter. And he trains in LA. He has a team, and he has a club called ICE Urban Combat. And I was watching his video, and he was talking about power, the speed, and what the power of speed does. And you cannot fake yourself when you are in a one-to-one fight and you're trying to take the bad guy out. There is no opportunity to think twice or having any doubt in yourself. And this doubt, if you take that equation of doubt away from it, then you kind of take action. And then I was drawing that analogy, and I found that Brandon's material, Brandon's content is so applicable in a startup environment for founders like us. So I'd like you to see that video, what he talks about, and then we'll get back from there.
Brandon with ICE Urban Combat. I know I'm going to piss some people off, but I like to keep it real. I want to talk about the difference between fake speed and real speed. Fake speed is when you see the guys throwing the hands all over the opponent, touching him here and there, but not really doing anything to the opponent. Therefore, basically just playing patty cake, a waste of time. Real speed is speed with power, speed with commitment, and speed with purpose. So when you're training your close range hitting and trapping and all the striking with the hands, the fists, the elbows, whatever it is, if you're hitting, make sure you're really hitting. Just touching the opponent does not affect the opponent. The way we train is the way we're going to react. So if you're throwing jabs to the eye, or shots to the neck, or fist punches, right? Make sure every time you hit, there's a violent intent, and you're training your weaponry to be moving at the opponent the right way. We have to be honest with ourselves if we want to get better.
So what did Brandon emphasize on? He emphasized on real speed. which is speed with power, speed with commitment, and speed with purpose, right? So you have power, commitment, and purpose. These three things take the doubt away from the equation. That's when you engage. And same thing goes for startups, for founders like us. And we are in urban combat zone, believe it or not. When you go out there and you are in the fight, you have passion, you have drive, you have motivation, and you have a dream. But when it comes to ground reality, you are fighting one-on-one and one-to-many. So what it matters is the real conviction, if you have it or not, and you are taking on risk. So unless you have that conviction, unless you have that foresight and the drive and that commitment, it is not gonna work. So again, remember these multiple things, right? There is real intent, there is real focus. Actually, focus comes from the intent, and then it generates a resourcefulness. So when you have the focus, you can find people, you can find help to make your dream come true. So when this intent, focus, and resourcefulness come together, then you are really in the game. And that's when a startup takes off. Now, the success part is a whole different game, and we'll keep on talking about it. But once again, do not fool yourself. When you are in it, be in it with your soul, mind, and body. And that's when success will come to your doorstep. Thank you.